The topic of our presentation is minimal pairs. Now you may have forgotten what exactly a minimal pair is. To refresh your memory, minimal pairs are two or more words that are identical in form, except for a contrast in one phoneme in the same position in each word. The topics in our video include the importance of phoneme position, minimal pairs in other languages, and English minimal pairs to non-native speakers.
Part 1. The importance of phoneme position.
So why is phoneme position important? In a minimal pair, the position the differing sounds are in is critical because it helps categorize the sounds to be either phonemes or simply allophones of the same phoneme. A phoneme is a meaning distinguishing sound. So, to classify a sound to be a phoneme, we need to be sure that the only thing that makes the words in a minimal pair different is the sound. Otherwise, it could be the other features of the words, such as the positions of sounds, the syllable lengths, etc., that make them different. Hence, the sound will be the isolated variable, and all other aspects of the words in a minimal pair must be the same. As such, the positions of the two phonemes in a minimal pair must be the same in order to ensure it is the two sounds rather than the other elements that are meaning distinguishing.
Part 2. Minimal pairs in other languages. A common question amongst forthcoming linguists is, do other languages have minimal pairs? The answer is yes. Universally, minimal pairs across languages all have the same core meaning. Two or more words that are identical in form, except for a contrast in one phoneme in the same position in each word. Listen carefully to the following examples in German and French that demonstrate two of the many languages that use minimal pairs. We will start with German.
Lösen, lesen. Bühne, Biene. Muster, Masten.
Et maintenant en français. Fête, bête. Mon, ton. Mort, sort. As presented by these clips, we can see that minimal pairs are found in languages worldwide. Part 3. English minimal pairs to non-native speakers.
The following example of the words pat and bat, which are minimal pairs, show a contrasting meaning with only one differing phoneme. Let's listen to both words and hear the difference. Pat, bat. Can you all hear the difference? I would imagine so, but for some it may be harder. Just because this is obvious to a native English speaker, it may not be so obvious to a non-native English speaker, particularly a native Arabic speaker. This is because Arabic does not differentiate between the sounds p and b. That is, they sound the same. This can make learning English very difficult. Imagine hearing a sentence like, go pat the dog, or swing the baseball bat. If you are a native Arabic speaker, you could get easily confused. Luckily, with practice and an understanding of the context, eventually anybody can learn English. There is, however, more than one example where English minimal pairs can be heard differently by non-native speakers. One example is in the following video clip, in which there is a catastrophic misunderstanding of English minimal pairs.
Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you... Over. We are thinking. We are thinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are thinking. We're thinking.
What are you thinking about?
As you can see, the German Coast Guard officer makes a fatal error when he hears the English word sink as think. Now this is entirely possible for a German speaker to do, because the German IPA doesn't have the TH sound, the sound that we hear in think or theoretically. This video clip illustrates the point that due to other languages not having the same phonemes as English, sometimes minimal pairs can be heard incorrectly.
In summary, for a set of words to be considered minimal pairs, they must conform to our criteria that there must only be one different phoneme in the same position within each word. Additionally, certain phonemes may be allophones in other languages, resulting in some minimal pairs being difficult for non-native speakers to distinguish.